When filming our YouTube videos, we like to use the Canon 80D and the Canon 90D. And there are a lot of reasons that we love these cameras, especially for YouTube, especially when you're on the go. And in this video, I'm going to go over a couple of reasons why. The very first reason is that these cameras are workhorses. We use them a lot. We use them for very long hours, and they are sturdy. We travel a lot. We go all over the country and help entrepreneurs and businesses film their YouTube videos. And so we can't be carrying these big giant cameras, in our suitcases in the airport. So they are nice and small and compact, but they still create really beautiful video. Their menus are also incredibly easy to use. I've definitely had my fair share of shoots when I was younger where I would show up and somebody would be like, hey, can you film this thing? And I'd be like, yeah, definitely. And it was very fake it till you make it. I was like, I did not want to be there. I had paralyzing fear about filming for years and years because you'd get a camera and you'd just be like, I don't know. These settings are crazy and I don't know where it is in the menu, and you have to go super deep to find just the simplest of settings. I'm an editor, I'm a producer, I know how to film, and I've definitely gotten better over the years, but that's not something, I'm not somebody who loves to do a bunch of research on how cameras work and why they work a certain way. I like to focus more on the people, on the content. And so I don't want to have to spend a lot of time going through settings. I want to make sure that when I'm on a shoot, I feel very confident that I can do what I need to do to make the videos look good. And I love Canon for that reason. Their menus are super simple to use. I figured them out quite quickly, got very comfortable with them very quickly. The settings just make sense. So their menus are amazing. This video isn't sponsored in any way, by the way. I just wanted to create a video. We get asked a lot about what kind of camera we really like to use. And the Canon 80D, the Canon 90D, they have just been really amazing for helping us with our clients, helping us help our clients and film our clients. It's also what we use for our own YouTube channel. They're just great cameras. And if you're looking to get started where you're like, I'm kind of over the phone thing, or I don't want to film with my phone, I want a nicer camera, but I'm not looking to get something that's super overly complicated or huge or super expensive, I definitely would go with either of these cameras. They are great options. The next thing that I would say is that their autofocus is really amazing. Again, with other cameras I've used, it's why is it not focusing on the person? You're constantly having to set the focus. It has a really good follow focus, so I can move around and it's going to keep me in focus. I can come in really close and it blurs out the background. Oh, just looks gorgeous. I already have enough to think about on a filming day. The last thing I want to think about is, are my videos in focus? I'm looking at the lens right now. I am not looking at the screen. So I can't be watching. If I'm looking at the screen, you're going to be seeing me and I'm like, okay, am I in focus? Am I in focus? Am I in focus? I don't want to be doing that. First of all, it looks ridiculous. Second of all, I just don't want to have to think about it. So if you want to make your filming day a lot easier, especially if you're filming by yourself, this is a great camera. The last thing that I would say is that it has a really great articulating screen. So again, I'm filming by myself. Let me just show you. I can see myself. Not all cameras do this. You would think that they would, but they don't. It makes it really nice. I can see myself when I sit back down. Then I can go, okay, does it look good in this one? It looks good in this one. And then I can focus on the lens as opposed to looking at the screen. For some people, it's kind of hard. So if you are going to be stuck looking at yourself, turn that around. Don't use that. But for me, it's really nice because I can, every time I sit down, I'm like, all right, the shot is set, and now I can go back to delivering great content instead of focusing on if it looks good or not. Everyone has a different camera preference that they like to use. When I first started out, I used Nikon, I've used Sony. I really like Canon. When I worked for the news station, they had those big giant ones, and I'd be filming and they'd tell you to do this, and you'd do this figure 8 thing, and the camera was really heavy and you'd be waiting on the talent. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But again, I really love the Canons for a lot of different reasons. They're lightweight, they're easy for travel, they have beautiful follow focus, great menus, super intuitive. So if you're deciding that you want to upgrade from either like a smaller camera or your phone or something like that, I highly suggest the Canon 80D or the Canon 90D. If you have any other questions about like what kind of lens you should get or any other equipment questions, put them in the comments. We'll make sure to answer those for you. Make sure that you subscribe, you like this video. We are your video allies. You've got this, we've got your back, and we cannot wait to see what kind of amazing content you create with the Canon 80D.